the stars. Don't you let no one take us away. It's tonight. We'll be up till the day awaits. So don't let daylight find us. Don't let daylight find us. Don't let daylight find us.
Family. Not something you choose, but it's family. This family, over 15 million and counting.
Don't let daylight find us. Let's be young until the daylight will break. Let's be young until the night turns.
Catherine and I, we would have never thought we would be where we are today, because I feel like everything happens for a reason.
When did you start noticing your life just changing?
It just happens so much that it's like hard to pinpoint
One thing.
one thing.
Life is completely different. Not only for us, but for the people who have millions of people watching them. It's completely different. You have to live a completely different life.
To walk on eggshells.
Constantly walking on eggshells.
It's very overwhelming.
We've gotten to the point to where we've been burned so many times that we don't really trust anyone.
Literally, like, so many times.
Right,
It's
like
not
we,
even shocking
right,
anymore.
we expected it. We knew it
Yeah.
was coming. So for us, when it comes to like friendships, it's sad because I have friends that I've known forever that I'm no longer close with because of they want something from me. Always. It's never, let's just hang out and be friends. It's always like, oh, let's hang out and then let's take a picture together so I can post it on my Instagram so I can show people who I'm with. And it sucks because end of the day, when I hang out with somebody, it's to get away from all of that. It's to, you know, just be normal and to hang out and catch up with a friend, because at the end of the day, it's always just our family. Every day, it literally, Catherine and I, Elle and Alea. That's it. So we don't get to hang out with people. So when we do hang out with people, it's like a breath of fresh air. And so for them and their mindset, when it's to ask us for something, to get something out of us, it's a shitty feeling. This is
Our life.
There are certain things that frustrate us and can get to us at times, because in life, everyone goes through the good and the bad. It's frustrating because it's like whenever we do something good, whenever we give back or we trying to help people, like no one ever really talks about that. But as soon as like something comes up to where the Ace family is looked at in a bad light, or there's some like drama stirred up or some controversy stirred up about us, and it's not necessarily true, like people hop on the bandwagon so quick, and that shit will make the news rather than all the good things that we've done.
You know what my biggest pet peeve is when people say, oh, they just care about money. If that were the case, we wouldn't have started doing YouTube, because when you first start doing YouTube, you don't actually get paid anything until you do it for a while and you work hard at it, and there's a lot of different factors. Like, we didn't know we were going to be big, we didn't know we were going to be successful. We did it because we enjoy doing it.
Right.
It was our passion.
Before we were famous, obviously, you know, we would make Snapchats and tweets and stuff. And then people go out of their way to make something seem so different of what it is.
Like, I literally just posted a snap of Alea, like me playing with her laying on her stomach, having tummy time, and now I'm getting bashed for it.
What do you mean? What are people saying something?
Like, yeah, they're saying I'm such a bad dad because I laid my newborn on her stomach when it's literally just tummy time. Like, everyone knows about tummy time.
You're kidding.
I laid her on her stomach to give her tummy time. I'm sitting there like making a cute snap with her, and now people are bashing me for it.
No.
Like, this is why Catherine and I hesitate to film our kids, because people always got something to say, every little thing.
Like I've said before, we're human and we've made some mistakes. I mean, like, we're not perfect.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that we're bad people, you know? And something coming out and circulating again is literally purely just to make us look bad. And
Facts.
that's literally what it's for. Serious. It's not that serious.
Even with our relationship, like, it's not perfect. Everyone thinks that just because we smile in every single one of our videos that we don't go through problems, that we don't argue. But we argue just like everyone else. It's life.
Can you imagine being in a world where good controversy is popular? Like,
Right, and that's the frustrating thing for us, because we're known for being positive.
Are you happy?
Yes. Here you go, my man. Yo,
I love you, baby, so much. I love Alea. Thank you. And Al.
trying to help people. Making people happy, like, we're known for that. That's why we are where we are today, is because that's what we're all about.
There's no more just doing things without thinking. We have to always think through everything now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot harder. And so when it comes with family members,
It's more of the adapting to our new lifestyle. I think at first it was really hard for everyone to really understand that you can't do this anymore. Like, if we're out at a restaurant, you know, you can't tell your family, don't Snapchat that we're here, because then there'll be a whole bunch of people coming over here and it's just unsafe, and, you know, people know our cars. It's like everyone having to be more cautious.
right, even with just like taking pictures of us or of Elle and maybe posting it somewhere, because whatever you take a picture of and you post, it's going to get viewed at by millions of people. And so there can be times where Elle doesn't look picture ready, and that's completely fine, but as soon as they post it somewhere where everybody else can see it, we may not be okay with it because we're not okay with the way Elle looks that day.
Being her, you know, wearing a diaper, wearing a pull-up.
Right, whatever it is, and then once it's posted, it's out there for everyone to see, and people could take that picture and do whatever they want with it. This social media world is so scary because people make things out to be what they're not. There's plenty of people in the world that want to see us fail.
Yeah.
And that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But
We are extremely blessed to have the family we have. We're very lucky. Extremely lucky. I think about it every day. Every single day. I'm so blessed to have my mom and my dad are my best friends, and I talk to them on the phone as much as I can. They don't live here. And then obviously we have his mom and his dad around, and they are so supportive.
And I feel like that is part of the reason why we are made to do what we do. Because if all of these components, all of these puzzles didn't come together, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Oh, Paradise Place. Yeah, just kidding.
All right, so should we put her on the counter so she's not taking up so much space? Because I don't think we can all three fit.
But we have to do a thumbnail right now, right?
We're doing a thumbnail? Oh, I forgot about a thumbnail. Should we put her, let's put her up here though. Sit down, baby. Sit down. There you go. Move the camera back so it's not so close to your face.
Keep it.
Alright, are you guys ready now?
Make sure that you're not dirty.
Can we start this? Alright, you ready, Al?
Ready.
Do we do? You know how to count to 10?
Oh no, don't wait. Let's not put this. She just put all this.
Let's try this again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, I got chocolate in my mouth.
No.
I'm good? Am I good? I got chocolate on my face? Let me see your face. You got a little bit of chocolate.
Uno. One. No, uno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll do all 10 fingers.
Okay. Can I talk? Huh? Hit that bell button. And once you do those 2 things, all you gotta do is comment done.
Done.
Exactly. Baby, we're not done yet. Okay? And so like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like me and my beautiful family always say, we'll be back with more videos. Peace. Go ahead.
What do you want to do when you grow up with a laugh?
Yeah, eat. I want to do a video
But like I said, without any of the negativity and any of the controversy, like, you can't become stronger. You know? And I feel like I said, I honestly believe everything happens for a reason. And we've obviously grown and adapted to our life being different. But as people, we've always been the same. The Ace family will never change.
So, do you like doing YouTube?
Yeah.
And I know what you see in me. You see the truth, see the me in me. You see enough to believe in me. You see your son, but is he in me?
Are you guys best friends?
Going out for us isn't really a thing anymore.
We have to be quick for whatever reason. It could be like, we're trying to get a prop for something we're filming, or it can be anything. And we're just in a hurry, and it's just chaos because there's one person asks for a photo, and we take the photo, talk to them for a little bit, and then someone else comes, and then someone else comes. And it just kind of turns into this like domino effect where like I'm standing there for 20 minutes, trying to meet everyone. I'm excited to meet everyone. I want to meet everyone, but it's just, I don't get anything done. And it come to find out, we were supposed to leave for, 10, 15 minutes, and it ends up being an hour and a half.
And that's just like daily living. That's just
like every single day.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
not even like...
It becomes a production just to go anywhere.
Yes. It sucks to say that because we have kids. We want them to be able to go out and experience the world.
Meet people, socialize.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. I don't want us to come off as being unappreciative and upset about it. It's just
this is just us being real.
It's just our lifestyle. It's like...
We have never said this is a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. This is just something we have to live with.
And it just so happens to be worse for us because we're on a bigger scale. We're getting viewed by millions of people, and we got millions of opinions every day about us.
So what about people using you guys? Does that happen often?
Ever since we started this, we've been in so many situations where we've been burned.
We've literally learned from every single person we've hired, every single person who's been around our family. There's been times where like we would think someone's great at something or great for us for whatever the job is, and then automatically it's like, oh, this person's making a live stream at our house while they're working.
Yes.
Or this person's is taking pictures of Elle while
in her
they're
diaper,
working.
Elle butt naked in her diaper, and it's in your phone now. Like,
we didn't know going into this that, there's certain things that need to be covered before someone even steps foot into your home.
now our life has revolved around contracts, and people literally have to sign, making sure that they don't do anything to hurt the Ace family. And
it's not a way to live.
It's not a way to live, but for us to be safe, we have to do it.
There is times where I gotta get out the house and drive and try to reflect and just think about, my family and what really matters.
As the bigger we get, the worse it gets.
And it's kind of like that double-edged sword of wanting to show you guys things, but also wanting things to stay private. It's almost impossible, but
I think when we realized that this is getting out of control was when we had someone come into our house at like midnight. And for some reason, fans would always come. I mean, they would come during the day, the entire day, obviously. There'd be hundreds of people a day during the day. But there would also be a lot of people coming at nighttime. And so when they would come at nighttime, the majority of the time, to get our attention, they would flash their lights into our windows. And that was always really scary.
I was getting a haircut, literally in the middle of the night, at midnight.
I was 7 months pregnant.
And you were 7 months pregnant?
6 months
Yes.
pregnant.
So it's me, my barber, and one of my good friends. And we see this bright light coming into the house. And we're like, what is that? And my friend, he was like, wait, let me go check it out. So he goes outside and there's a guy yelling, saying, you need to move your cars out of the street. And you need to move all your cars out of the street because they can't be here, you'll get a ticket. And as he's saying it, I'm listening and I'm like, wait, what? We never have security up here. We don't have security in our neighborhood. Nobody comes up here at the end of our street up here on the top of the mountain. So instantly I knew something was wrong. So he comes back in the house, he tells us, bro, I'm just gonna move him so he just leaves us alone. So hopefully he goes away if I move him. So he moves the cars in the driveway, everything is good. All of a sudden he leaves. We're like, okay, good. Like everything is good. All of a sudden, 10 minutes later, he comes back. So then I open the door. You see him? Can you see him? You can zoom in.
We're doing YouTube now, huh?
Look.
We're doing YouTube.
Look.
Wow, I didn't know we were doing YouTube, man.
Look.
Mr. Austin McBroom.
Look.
We're doing YouTube now?
Trolling.
I guess we're doing YouTube for sure.
Trolling.
Just trolling my house.
Yes, we're doing YouTube, man. Mr. Austin McBroom, we're doing YouTube now? Why are you hiding behind the doors? Just a couple of minutes ago, you were talking all that bullshit.
Yo, why don't you go home?
Hey, you better shut the fuck up. You got me fucked up. And this is when I get upset because I'm okay. Like I'm in my home, right? This is our only privacy that we have. This is where my family lays their head at night. The girls are asleep, so I'm starting to get a little like, heated. So I get up and I'm looking through the windows and I'm trying to make sure like he's not with nobody. He doesn't have nothing that can hurt us.
But still, at the end of the day, you don't know anything.
Right, don't know anything. But
you don't know if there's people there. You don't know if he has a gun. You don't know if he has.
And I'm getting a little nervous because he's in his car and I don't know what he has on him.
I gotta tell you something, bro.
Can you get the fuck out of my house right now? Why are you sitting here trolling?
Bro, nobody's trolling, bro. What are you doing? Now you're gonna go back inside your house?
Look at him, bro. That's what I gotta deal with.
That bullshit, bro.
But at the same time, too, I didn't want to call the cops because I didn't know what he really wanted. I didn't want to, maybe he just wanted to say hi. I didn't know. So I didn't want to call the cops on him to make him seem like a bad guy. I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
And that's one thing is we've never called the cops on anybody.
We always give people the benefit of the doubt because we know what we do for a living. And he's like yelling back and forth with us, having a conversation, literally recording us. He pulls out his phone and starts recording us.
And everything right on YouTube,
Bro, this is crazy.
Bro.
This is what I gotta deal with.
Bro,
Look what you're
really,
doing
bro.
at 11, my G.
Really, bro.
Get the fuck out.
Look what he's doing, bro.
You were just talking all
Why
that
don't you
shit,
leave,
bro.
my G?
You were talking all that shit.
He was acting like he's security. See, Ace family, this is
Don't
wrong.
want to talk shit.
Bro.
Get the fuck
I
out,
just want
my
to
G.
tell you something, bro. Your cars didn't have to be moved, bro. It was just a fucking prank, bro.
Look at him.
It was a prank. You got pranked, and
That
Austin
is some
McBroom got
shit,
pranked,
bro. You
All
don't
you
get
guys
a
got
life.
pranked, bro.
Get a life, my G.
You guys got pranked, bro.
The moment he said that, I go, okay, he's not right. Because what are you doing at my house trying to prank me when you don't even know me, right? I don't know you. And so then I decided to go up to his car because I feel like it's about time to go to his car and figure out what exactly is he doing.
No, His family, bro. Like Austin McBroom, bro. Like, really,
Not.
bro. I had to, bro. I apologize, bro. Like, I'm real shit, bro. I apologize. Bro, I'm not gonna apologize, bro. I swear to God.
Nigga, you're filming in front of my fucking house?
Bro, really, bro? You're gonna do some shit like that, bro? I apologize.
No, we'll talk though. You know.
Really, bro? This is how you treat all your fans, bro. That's how you treat all your fans,
You're-
bro. You're supposed to love all your family
You
members.
came to my house at midnight, filming my house
Bro, you're supposed to love all your
while
family
I'm getting a haircut.
This dude right here, Ace Family, you know I never do this.
Nah, bro.
You know
good
I-
luck with your charity basketball.
You know I never do this. This dude right here, you see his license plate.
Really, bro?
You see who he is. He came to my house at midnight when I'm getting a haircut. My barber's right here, as you can see.
Now we want to do.
He came to my house trolling with my family inside, my daughter sleeping. You come to my fucking house, you film my house, you film my address, acting like you're security. You lucky I don't beat your ass.
Check my Instagram since
You
wanna
lucky
troll
I
me.
don't beat
At
your
Dre
ass.
Summers 95. Since you want to troll me now, right?
I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. Get the fuck out of my house before I beat your ass. You're very lucky. You're very lucky. You're very lucky. You know how I am. You watch my videos. You know what type of Hey, look at me. It was just so bad and so scary that it could have been worse. Thank God it wasn't worse. Because this is the first time where I had any type of interaction with someone that I knew wasn't safe. But in the day, it seemed to be a fan, seemed to be someone who watches us. After that moment, that's when it got real. I was like, okay, security has to be around. We got to start maneuvering a little differently. We're not going to start showing as much because that could have definitely ended bad. But we never told you guys about it because we just didn't feel it was necessary.
But that's just one story out of many.
You can only imagine how crazy it was there when everyone knew where we lived.
Yeah.
And
It's just an unsettling feeling, like going to sleep every night and knowing that people know where you live. It's like a never-ending nightmare almost. Like, you can't go to sleep comfortably. You can't just, lay back, put your feet back, and just relax. You're always tense. You're always thinking, is someone gonna come here? Is someone gonna knock on my door?
And even the transition we made here to this house, nobody knew our address. We didn't film none of that. We didn't even give a house tour. Just the other day, we were sitting in the living room watching a movie, and our house is pretty much glass, so you can see everything. We have a driveway that's so long, right? We have gates at the front.
It's literally like our property, so you cannot come
Yes.
through our driveway.
Some dude comes up to the door, and then Catherine says, "Who's that?" And I'm like, the way she said it had me concerned because I knew we weren't expecting anyone. And I was looking like, yeah, who is that? He's just looking in like he's about to try to come in. And so I look over at my videographer and I'm like, hey bro, can you see who's at the door? So he goes to the door, opens the door, hey, can we help you? What are you doing here? And he's like, yeah, I want a picture with the Ace family. And we're like, no.
It's
And
weird.
after the incident happened with that guy, right? You think of the worst, but you don't think the worst could happen.
There was always an uncomfortable feeling of obviously being in our house.
And it was a shitty feeling because as soon as someone came, we would always tell each other, please don't go by the window. And then it would affect Elle because Elle would notice. And then that's when Elle started to know like about fans.
It doesn't feel good to tell your kid to stay away from windows. Like, your kid should be able to walk around their house and feel free and feel safe, but she just didn't.
Not too long after that is when we got our house broken into. And I think that was it for us. I think we almost lost it. And for it to happen at the time that we take an Ace family member out to Disneyland with us is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what the worst part about that was? It wasn't even necessarily that we had our house broken into. It was the fact that it happened in front of millions and millions of people, and for a good reason. But people not actually believing that we had our house broken into. People pretending that, we hired police officers or actors or whatever.
I think part of it too was they didn't necessarily believe it because we never showed our privacy. We never showed them how crazy it was at our house.
Yeah. It's
we always put it underneath a rug about our privacy. We never really talked about it. And I feel like this is so good for them to know that we literally had no privacy. And this is the big reason why our lives are completely different and why they had to change and are changing. Regardless of what people say about us, we've always been the same from day one.
and we'll never change.
Whatever you do, who cares what people think? Because regardless of what you do, people are always going to say something. That's sad. And now I see why nobody does it.
So for the safety of our family and our daughters, obviously we have to make some adjustments, you know, so that we can, you know, feel free again and
Feel safe? Should we just tell him?